This Pitboss podcast is brought to you by our very good friends at Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Easily found on Route 213 in Kennedyville on Maryland's Upper Eastern Shore. The hard-to-find guns, the ammunition that's non-existent today, Molly's has you covered. Plus, much, much more. Molly's is your one-stop destination with Molly's Restaurant, Molly's Mart, and Molly's Place Sporting Goods. Visit them online at mymollys.com, MYMOLLYS.com. Fuel your adventure at Molly's. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set, please.
Sorry, I didn't have you on speakerphone. What was that?
I said, I think this freaking thing is actually going to work.
Oh, nice.
It's taken me forever.
Yeah, you did succeed in the end. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I think that noise was you, I think. Go ahead and talk a couple times.
I just texted Butler and said, I get a kick out of every time I see Polly with the Wayne Gretzky rye.
That's some rough stuff, man. I'm telling you. As I sip some Crown Royal Black.
There you go.
All right, Geoff. This is podcast number 30. We're diving right into this. This is like you didn't even know this was going to happen, did you?
No.
It is podcast number 30. So I've really tried to step up my game. And do more than just me talking alone and or Karen. So Geoff Wood all the way from PEI, Prince. I say PEI all the time, like everybody should know what I talk about. When I say PEI, they're like, what are you talking about? Prince Edward Island, Canada, right?
Everybody should know.
Well, I agree with you, but everybody doesn't know. So who are you? Please inform us.
Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a duck hunter, goose hunter, trout fisherman, and I work for the federal government up here on PEI.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, 4 more years.
I'm messing with you.
4 more years, and that'll be enough of that.
You're a duck bander too, right?
I am. I just got shut down, though.
Because of the avian influenza?
Yeah, they have concerns over that.
For you personally?
No, I don't think it was for me personally. They had warned me to take precautions. I get a feeling that they just don't want birds maybe altogether, on the bait because it could spread quicker that way.
Sure.
Yep.
The way back in the day when I had the collection permit for Old Squall and Brant, that was one of my concerns. Is it how about had Coot and Diamond and like is it going to hurt them? Is it going to hurt me? And Larry just said, "No, man." He's like, "It's all good." He's like, "It's not going to hurt you at all." It was I think they were looking for N5. They number them, I guess, and they were looking for N5, I think.
Yeah, this is H5N1. I think
there it is. H5N1. Okay.
Yeah, and it is highly transmittable. I know when they first told me about it, there was a case or cases in Newfoundland and North Carolina, and then since then, a goose ended up with it in Nova Scotia, and it might have been on a turkey farm or something, but they slaughtered 12,000 turkey.
Holy moly!
Yeah, so I think that's really, with that little outbreak there, I think is really what made the decision for them, I guess, to shut it down. I actually went out, set my traps yesterday, got home, got an email to say, shut it down. So,
well, it still could be reinstated, right? You guys still have plenty of time.
It could be. They kind of indicated they figured that would probably be it for the year.
Oh, wow.
As far as winter banding, I don't know. I think CWS is planning on getting over here this spring to do some goose banding and maybe put some transmitters on. They were actually hoping to get over and put a transmitter or two on a black duck hen or two.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And they were going to show me how to swab for H1, whatever the hell it is, avian influenza. Yep.
So for us that don't know, CWS is Canadian
Canadian Wildlife Service, which is part of Environment Canada, which is the federal government.
Copy. I just want to make sure, just so I thought that's what it was, but I just want to make sure that everyone can follow along with us.
Well, yeah, it's like me spitting out PEI.
I do say it all the time, and they're like, "What's that?" It's like kind of how I talk to Karen. You should just know you should know what I'm talking about.
Okay, but in 2010, did you know?
In 2010, well, I'd met an awesome segue because I have notes, and that was the third thing on my list.
It's almost like I knew.
You kind of did, and you don't know, but I'm being sincere. No, well, but 2010, 2009 or 2009 or 08, right? So in 2010, I knew what PEI was.
Okay.
I'd never been there though, but I knew what it was because we had been February eider hunting in 09 or 08 or 09.
I was looking that up today for some reason.
I'll say 09.
I thought it was 11. I used to think it was 09, and then I looked and I think it's
No, we were there together before I came to the island.
Yep.
So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so however that works out. I just thought if I was there. Oh, so wait a minute. I was there in December of 11.
Yep.
Okay, so it was just so it would have been eider in 10. So I can answer your question. Yes, in 10 I did know what PEI was.
Okay.
That was your question. Good. You said in 10 did I know? In 2010, yes, I did know because the Pitboss F350 was a 2012 that I got in September of 11, and I drove it up there in December of 11. So
the truck you still have now?
Yeah, it's old, man.
Oh, I shouldn't have brought that up. I guess maybe should have.
No, there's more important things that I want in life than another. I would love to have a new F350, but there's more important things in life at the moment.
Pitboss headquarters.
Yeah. I would honestly, I'd almost say a smaller Carolina Express would be ahead of a new F350.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm answering honestly in that. But so wait, let's real quick. So back to the segue was my third thing was what our relationship. What is it? How and when and what? So the Bay of Fundy, New Brunswick Bay of Fundy eider, that was part of it. That was good.
Well, I was just going to say that was the real start of it right there, I guess.
You think?
Of our friendship?
I thought we knew of each other before that though, right?
Yes, but that was the first time that we met.
100%. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that for sure. Yeah. I was like, man, we're like, again, I'm trying to do my very best. I have notes. Like we're 17 hours away. You're in a time zone ahead of us, and basically we're in these days we're in contact daily, right? Pretty much.
Pretty well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to make it like weird or anything, but like each morning I have my little routine and I check out to see what your weather is just because, first off, Karen loves Prince Edward Island. I was going to say PEI, but Karen loves Prince Edward Island. And, we didn't – so the lead up – I'm all over the place here, but the lead up to the Arkansas Snow Goose, like that had the juices flowing of like, man, I'm ready to go to PEI kind of thing. And especially when it didn't work out, like now I really am ready to go. So, but no, man, I check your weather. Like I check your weather daily.
Right on, yeah, I do too.
Yeah, just to see. Excuse me, just to see if it's snowing. How much colder it is, and you've been here before, Geoff, at the house. I'm sitting out back. That I have my sunglasses on because the sun is in my face. It's probably like 58, but man, the sun is warm. Then there's a few the Pitboss Refuge, Scott Moody called me just before I talked with you, or made your call, and I threw about 30 pounds of corn out there. I had not fed them in a while. There was a few in there, but man, there's like hardly when it's mild like this. Man, there's maybe 20 of them in the vicinity here. I got plenty of corn up in the grass. Maybe in the morning, like the black duck and the mallard, they'll jump up in the yard kind of in the dark. You know, they don't tolerate too much moving. The deck, as you know, the deck is very close to the bulkhead.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm going to keep going. Our trips. So we talked. New Brunswick was just one or two times? Just one?
I was just there with you the once, and then you went back. I think you went back a couple of times, didn't you?
Yeah, just so I was there twice then, I guess. That's what it was. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's I to this day I talk about those trips, the trip with you guys and the trip by myself. I talk about that all the time, especially when people ask me about the tide. Man, we were hunting on the Bay of Fundy that it was like 35 feet in the area that we were, and that's 6 feet an hour. So that's in an hour that the water moves more than it does here all day long.
Yeah, I mean you can watch it
100%
come up on the rocks. It's crazy. Like you're constantly moving. Well, the day that we were on, I guess we were kind of on islands both days that we hunted, but the second hunt, like when we were on that, I don't even know what the name of that island was, but you're constantly going up the rocks to get away from the tide because it's coming in so quick.
Yeah, 100%. I remember maybe it was a Drake Buffalo. He was swimming over to get corn, and I think I spoke too loud. And he's got a big old head. It popped up. Yeah, he's not going to tolerate. He just made another turn around. He's going to think about it. He must be hungry. I think we did actually hunted 3 times. I think it was like twice in a day, possibly.
Yeah, well, they moved us.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, from one rock island to another on the first day. The sun was in our eyes, if you remember, on the first of the first hunt, and then they moved us out further into What was it called? Quasimati or no? Past Macquarie Bay. They moved us.
Yep.
Yeah. So they moved us out to another rock island, and I can't remember if we did any better there or if we did better in the first one.
Yeah.
And then the last day.
I was going to say, I remember my still photos were better in the afternoon or the second spot because we weren't over. There was a lot of eider outside of us, as I recall, and we did have some to decoy, but it wasn't anything crazy. But the second hunt or the next morning, that was the hunt, I think.
Yeah, that was a nice hunt and we took turns, and we picked away. I enjoyed it.
You in stainless steel or glass there? Sounds like stainless steel.
I'm in a Pitboss Molly's place tumbler.
Fuel your adventure at Molly's. You're doing rum?
I am.
Man, you said, what was it, yesterday you actually measured your rum? Come on, man. Just pour that stuff in there.
I'm an amateur.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm a lightweight.
Oh, my goodness. I like Judy's glass. I think if I'm going to get a glass that says if you got to measure, you can't be a friend of mine.
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll move on. PEI. Prince Edward Island. Oh, here comes some mallard. It's Ford Drake's kind of after a hen.
Oh, yeah.
It's that time of year. It truly is. It really is that time of year here. PEI, 4 times. So, yes, so December of 2011. And everybody laughs at me, but I was there for the Barrows Goldeneye. Because PEI is the only place, I'm told, on the East Coast that you are like guaranteed that there is Barrows Goldeneye there.
Yeah, I don't know of anywhere else. I mean, the whole eastern coast and the States, I don't think you're even allowed to shoot one. Here, we're only allowed to shoot one a day. One a day, and your possession is one.
Copy. And there was plenty of them.
Yeah, I mean, where they are, they're thick and they decoy so well. It makes it seem like there's that many more, I think, too.
100%. So we did 3 days, and the middle day, second day was kind of the dud, if you will. It snowed, no wind. I don't really remember seeing that many birds at all. We didn't shoot anything, I don't believe, on the second day.
I can't remember what.
First day it was Coot and Sprig.
Okay, yeah, just you and I and Coot and Sprig
and Dave.
Oh, was Butler with us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I knew he hunted with us one day, but I can't remember where we were the second day then.
I think it was the same spot, the same river, but just up a little bit more, I thought.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
That's what I recall. And again, I recall it was kind of like, kind of a snow, and just I remember no wind. Kind of like I still have some GoPro footage of like a time lapse thing where, like it's the water is like glass.
Yeah.
But it was snowing. And I guess, as I recall, that night it must have snowed pretty good. But you know what? There was a Sunday in there, so maybe I can't remember. I know I was there on a Sunday when we didn't hunt. We drove around a lot.
Oh yeah, we went up to the Confederation Bridge.
That went over and saw Basil.
Yep.
And you kind of gave me the tour of the island. We did not go to the Teacup though.
No, it wasn't the big money tour.
No, it wasn't the big one. It was like kind of the small money tour.
Yeah, pocket change.
So yeah, there was a Sunday in there. So I guess I was there for 4 days.
Yeah, you must have got here Thursday. It was evening, I think, when you got here.
It was dark.
Yeah.
Because, man, I came on this island, and, like, there was nothing. And I just drove and drove and drove, and I'm like, what kind of a place is this? And then all of a sudden, there was like a Motel 6. And then there was a Honda dealership, and I'm like, wow, they've got a car dealership on this island. A slight bit insulting to you, yes?
No, just comical.
Hey, I just came from St. Paul Island, right? I'm St. Paul Island, and now I'm going to Prince Edward Island. So, like how much could really be there, right? You said, Geoff, we actually have a population of 175,000 people, and we have a Walmart.
We got more than one.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, just in Charlottetown is what I was kind of referring to. Yeah, so I that trip I remember fondly. I do. I remember. I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Coot was with me 100%, and I think Bristol may have been with me because I remember Coot stayed in with me inside. I brought my sleeping bag to sleep in too. Karen dings me to this day about my sleeping bag. It's the same sleeping bag too.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the orange one. And there was a dog in the truck, and I really do think it was Bristol.
Yeah, I don't remember two dogs. I do remember Coot for sure, and then I know in St. George you had two with you there. And it was Coot and
Bristol.
Yeah.
I bet you. I bet you Bristol was with me there because I can remember. I remember like tying to the hitch on my truck, like tying a rope or a cable, and again like it snowed pretty good. Well, maybe not for you. To me, it snowed pretty good. Where there was like a foot of snow on the ground, and I think like Bristol like just took off running, like not really far, but she was kind of on the loose kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what I remember. Yeah. So let's it had to be Bristol because from the last day we were up west, right? I was going to say up north. We were up west.
Yep.
I remember leaving about 11 a.m. or so by the time I was really headed out. And again, Atlantic time zone, Eastern, I gained an hour. I made it to Rhode Island to Bryan Rhodes. It was like freaking 11 o'clock at night. It was basically a 12-hour drive. And he had a Coot puppy. He had Bella, which would have been Bristol's sister. So I'm sure Bristol was with me.
Okay. Well, your memory's better than mine.
Yeah, maybe not. But so that was trip number one. Then trip number two would have been Drake's Migration Nation. Yes.
Yep. 2018.
Yeah, 2018. Karen fell in love with the place, especially Shaw's.
Yes.
And we picked up Rye, so Rye made it to the island.
Yeah, I picked her up on the way up.
Rye made it to the island. Duke made it to the island, as well as Bo. Bo's not with us anymore, but Bo made it there twice.
Yep.
Rye and Duke have made it there 3 times. Sadly, we're not sure that Duke is going to make it there for a 4th time, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, I don't know. Karen hopes that. I do too, but I don't know.
Yeah, we do as well.
Yeah, thank you. Between now and October is a long time, so we'll just see. We're going to put him on some prednisone, I think. The final diagnosis, the lab I don't know. Diagnosis. I don't know if that's the right word to use or not. But anyway, the it's not in yet, but Karen's pretty sure in-house, it's cancer. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, Drake's Migration Nation, and we came back up. We came back early the 3rd time, and we got to experience your Thanksgiving. So thank you very much. October 12th, right?
Yeah, it was. It's always the 2nd Monday in October.
Okay. All right, yeah, so it was that Monday for sure. And we were a little bit on the early side there. And then then we missed the COVID year we missed. And then this year we made it. And what do you think? We were there pretty much in the prime time of the leaves, right?
Oh, yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Although it was very mild and warm, right?
It was, yeah. It wasn't, the weather wasn't the best for hunting.
Still had a great time, though. And rewind back to the Migration Nation. You should have been with us this past year. Karen and I, we felt bad that you weren't with us. We understand why you weren't, but the year that I did the tuna, you were with us. Thank you very much. And then this past October, we do wish you were with us for Karen's tuna.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there as well. I mean, part of me does, and you understand why I wasn't.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I even felt bad, like we, kind of in amongst, man, there's 4 hens and 2 drakes, and they so bad want to come over and get the corn. They're probably within, I think they're going to dive.
Bufflehead?
Yeah. They don't. They still know I'm sitting here, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, 100% understood. We were worried about the dogs. The first year, Rye was a puppy, so we had 3 dogs in the truck. We were very concerned, and it worked out perfect, right? It took us longer to catch the bait than to hook up to a tuna. And North Lake PEI is the bluefin tuna capital of the world. I should have said that.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So this year, just a little indecision on our part. I definitely want to make sure Karen was on board. They all dove. Karen was on board, but with filming and stuff, it was just kind of. She would tell you probably that it's always about me, but it was definitely about me with the filming. So she did not get a chance to really. I mean, obviously she was there to experience it, and yeah. So I was just. How do I say this? I don't want to say we showed up late, but it was okay to show up at, I don't know if we left at 10 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And we got out there, and there's already boats hooked up, and we get out there, and again, it was easy to catch the bait. It was kind of raining, it wasn't blowing yet, but it was kind of raining. And then it did clear off, and the sun popped out, and it got a little bumpy. There was a decent swell out there for sure. Nothing crazy, but the boat was going up and down. And then we sat there and we sat there and we sat there and we're like, oh my goodness, this isn't going to happen. And then my mental clock is kind of ticking of Ryan, Duke are in the truck, and and Karen's, she's already told me at a certain point it doesn't matter if we catch a fish or not, we're going to say, take us back, kind of thing. Be David, get me off this effing boat now, kind of thing, right?
Well, that's where my head went when you said take us back.
Yeah, 100%. That was the first year. We won't go into that story, but
no.
But it was told to me, get me the F off this boat now. It's like, hey man, I'm not in charge. And then all of a sudden, man, and we did have one bite that did not come tight, and then the second one just screamed off, and anyway, it worked out really good. We just wish you would have been there. That's all. It was a good day.
Well, I know the first, like when I was there for yours, it was.
Wait, time out, man, time out. Bring the phone closer.
Okay.
There you are. Now you're crystal clear.
Oh, I know. I know what I was doing. Sorry.
Oh no, you sounded very far away.
Yeah, when I was there for yours, it was a very cool experience.
Yeah.
And that's the only time I've been on a boat. It was the first time, actually the only time I've ever been out tuna fishing.
Well, if you were with us, you would have got your chance on the rod because Karen and I were both. I'm gonna smack myself upside the head because Lauren, there we go, Lauren and Dave, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about Dave, but I know Lauren.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's Dave. Yep. You were there, so maybe it's man. There's like about 10 of them. They're just diving. They don't care. I'm sitting here. You were there, so like I tell people, like it wasn't really that hard to reel a fish in. So it's two things. Number one, this fish was Karen's fish was just harder, and or Lauren's setup was different than Bruce. There we go. Bruce's setup, right? Because my fish didn't really take line, man. My fish was heavier. It was not as long as Karen's, but mine was heavier. Like it just didn't. It just like I just cranked it in or reeled it in, right? Like, on the good enough. Like there'd be times like the fish just took a run and like all we gained we just lost. So Karen was like, please, like she was like, it was all about her, and she's like, please reel this thing in. So and then I jumped on, and the gloves were very small, and because I wasn't really planning on reeling the fish in kind of thing, and my hands go to sleep honestly, especially my left hand, and so I would like Karen, you jump back on. So if you were with us, you would have definitely got a chance to reel it in because at least 10, 15 minutes worth of cranking because it was the kind of thing where like eventually. And again, like I the reels could be set up much differently for sure. But like we even went like there's on the lever drag, there's kind of like a bump that like stops you. You can't push the drag any further. And he's like, hey man, like after an hour, like the chances of you landing this thing, drops. I don't know by how much of a percent, but it does. So he did let me. He's like, hey man, push it past. So I did go past to get a little more drag on the fish, but that thing ran, and he was amazed. Like I was like, nah, man, I just reeled the other one in, like I really did. And Karen's was 102 inch, mine was 98 inch. I think mine was like 100 pounds heavier, but like and again, like maybe it wasn't how I remembered, but I think I just reeled the fish in basically. It wasn't like it really. It didn't really fight me, if you will. It did. How about this? It did fight. It just didn't take any line. It didn't take any drag from me. So,
yeah, I was surprised actually how easy. I shouldn't say easy, but I mean how quick I guess you got that fish in. Yeah,
and Karen's was it was like a totally different experience. So, I'm going to move on from PEI. So you've been to unless you want to say something about. You want to say anything more?
No, I'm good.
No. How about this? Because we need to throw this out there. Are you going to be guiding for Barrow's Goldeneye? Because there's guys that you have a guide's license, and there's guys that you've taken to shoot a Barrow's Goldeneye, right?
Yep. So, I've taken a few people. So yeah, I do. Just small numbers, you know what I mean? Like just because I've got a full-time job and I enjoy the hunt, I would take up to probably 2 groups a year.
Mm-hmm.
Two groups of up to 3, and for 2 to 3 days.
Nice. Yeah. I just want to throw that in there. So PEI, Prince Edward Island, is your East Coast destination for a Barrow's Goldeneye.
It is.
As well as the very liberal SeaDuck black duck limit. 6 black ducks.
Yep, for the first 2 months of the season, and then it drops to 4. So for October, November, this year and next, our seasons, I don't know if your seasons are set like this. Our season used to be set 1 year at a time. They would, we would find out, I don't know, around August, I guess, maybe what the season was going to look like. Now we find out for the next 2 years what it's going to be.
Yeah. I was going to say what you emailed me a couple weeks back, or a week ago or so ago. Yes, I did see that you had it set 2 weeks. We just went to a new system here where I guess it's in all the flyways, it's just not the Atlantic. But yeah, we definitely know it a year in advance.
Okay.
I guess what the trends are, what the trends aren't, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if anybody wants to shoot a Barrow's Golden Eye on the East Coast, Geoff Wood is the person to contact. Yes.
Sure.
No, man, come on. Sound a little more sure than say sure.
Yes, I am.
All right.
I don't tend to blow my own horn.
Hey, man, you got to promote yourself. That's what I was told way back in the day. If you don't promote yourself, who's going to promote you?
True enough.
All right.
Jeff Coates will.
Maybe I'll do my best. Now, my notes say that you have been to Maryland twice. Is that correct?
Hunting twice.
Yes. That's in the waterfowl world. Yeah, 100%. So we came down. We did not come down. You came down. The first year with Berkey.
Yep.
Shot sea ducks right out on the ocean. And the brant hunting was not as successful.
No, but we tried.
We did.
And we had a couple that gave us a real good look. They, I thought they were going to do it, and at about, 80 or 100 yards, they decided they were going to head to Ocean City.
Do you know what my fondest memory of that morning is?
I'll probably know it when you say it.
All right. So first off, I've told this story many times in the boat. I can't remember why, because it would have been like you bought your licenses online, didn't you?
I can't remember.
Well, for some reason you didn't have your federal stamp, which leads me to believe that their dogs are barking. Karen hasn't texted me; she's on her way home. So, no, she did not. She shouldn't be here yet. It is 5:00, but it's 5:00 somewhere. I can't remember why you didn't have federal stamps, because online it would have been you just click the box. So I don't know. I'm not sure of that, but I know I said to you guys, "Hey, we never get checked. Don't worry about it." Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Both days we used a very public ramp. Very easy to see us, on and on and on. We were in the Banks 25 then, so again, I think somewhat of a recognizable boat. And we come back to the ramp, and there's the pea green truck is sitting there with the tinted windows. And as I walk, you guys stay with the boat. As I walk by, if I say dude, is that being disrespectful?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Dude jumps out of the passenger seat, and he proceeds to say, "Hey, are you guiding?" I'm like, "No, man, I'm not guiding." "Are you sure you're not guiding?" "No, I'm not guiding." "Okay. So you're guiding?" "No, I'm not guiding." I didn't want to be rude, but how many times do you want me to say no?
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you doing?" My friends are down from PEI. He probably didn't know where PEI was. I didn't say Prince Edward Island. I said PEI. I said, he's a good friend of mine. I said, matter of fact, I've been up on PEI hunting with him. So he's a guide? No, I guess you are a guide. But I was like, no, he's not a guide. So you're a guide? Yes, I am a guide. Are you guiding? No, I'm not guiding. I was like, they're staying at my house. They're my friends. Like what? It just turned into that thing of he just wanted me to say I was guiding. And eventually I said, "Can I go get my truck and trailer?" Meanwhile, driver dude pops out with you guys on the pier, right?
Yeah.
And what did he want you to say?
He wanted me to say that you were guiding us, that we were paying for the hunt. And I said, no. Basically what you said. I said, Geoff and I are good buddies. He's been up to hunt with me, and I'm just, we're down here. He's been kind enough to take us for 2 or 3 days. 2 days, I guess it was.
Yeah, it was. In that case, it was 2 days, yes.
Yeah.
So, the story goes, and I tell this all the time. So, I backed the trailer into the water, the boat's on the trailer, I believe. And then they go on to say, well, since we're here, excuse me, I am slurring. Since we are here, I mize. Hey, sincerely, son.
Maybe you should measure your drinks.
This is number 1, man. What are you talking about?
Then you definitely need to measure them.
Since we are here, we
may as well
check you. And I'm thinking, F. These guys don't have federal stamps. So the moral of the story is I tell, and if these guys happen to listen to it, I've never seen these guys again, Geoff. It was the only time I've ever saw them, never saw them again. They were so fixated. The story goes, I like to tell, they were so fixated on trying to get me for I was guiding on. Oh, so the punchline in all this is I took you to a public island, a wildlife management area where I cannot legally guide on, and I was not guiding you guys. I guess what's the definition of guiding? Being compensated, right?
Yep.
I don't know if that's the definition or not, but regardless, we were there to fun hunt, and I wanted to get you guys a brand, and on and on and on. And they were so fixated on they're going to get me for guiding. Because if you recall, the water was so shallow, and with the tide, the banks was sitting, like 200 yards from where we hunted, right? 200 yards from the island. There's a
walk at least that
100%. There's a little community to the west of us where I think that they drove down. They go to the end of the road, put their glasses up, and say, "Oh, look, we know whose boat that is," kind of thing. And then they just went back to the ramp and waited for us to get back. So they were so fixated on I was guiding, and they couldn't. Neither of us said we were guiding. And then they say, "Well, we might as well check you." And I think, as I recall, they put shells in your guns. You're good there. And they kind of look through your licenses, which I'm like really sweating it. And they're like, all right, guys, have a good day.
Yeah, so. I agree. They had the charge in their head of what they wanted to nail you with.
They had the ticket already written.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as I recall, yes, go.
Sorry.
Go. No,
you even mentioned that on the way out. You told us that on the way there. You said, I can't, if I was guiding, I couldn't bring you here because it's you explained the whole scenario to us as to if you were guiding, why you couldn't take someone where you were taking us. But he says, but you said it's fine because I'm not guiding you.
No, and I wasn't. You guys want to shoot a brant? I even called a good friend. He hunts it a good bit, and I kind of checked in with him just to say, hey man, have you seen any? Are you going to go there? I didn't want to go down there and be in competition with somebody else. And yeah, it was it's state land, a WMA, a wildlife management area, and again, I cannot, even though I guide on public water, I can't guide on public land. So, but I never saw these guys again. But I do tell that story quite often in the boat, especially when I said, hey, don't worry about it. You didn't get this. No, don't worry about it. We never get checked.
Yeah, exactly.
As I recall from there, it would have been like a weekend kind of hunt because Karen was here. We were living together, but we weren't married yet, and she was not here full time. So you guys went up and stayed up there with her, and I can't remember logistically if you followed her up. I can't remember that part. But you went and body booted with Joey Jobs for your third day of hunting, probably.
Yeah, we drove over to the other side of the Chesapeake to where Karen was living. And like you say, stayed there. We got there, and she had spaghetti dinner all made for us, so I knew right then and there that you had a good one. Not that I ever doubted, but I just thought, she's salt of the earth. She had no problem with us staying there, and we get up that next morning and went down and met Joey. I guess we met him at the wharf, and went out and body booted. And
we call that the park.
The park? Okay.
Yeah, the park.
So yeah, that was a very cool experience.
Rewind a second. What is salt of the earth? What's the definition of that?
Well, our definition of, to me, if someone says that somebody is salt of the earth, it just means you couldn't find a better person.
Karen says I'm not salt of the earth.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Should I ask what you're?
I don't know. She just said it. She said, no. She says, I don't think you're salt of the earth. So like, huh? Okay. So you know what? This will be a good topic for the event PEI October 2022. Maybe we'll record this. But I asked her. I did, and she's like, nah. She says you're not the definition of salt of the earth. So anyway, you just used that for her, but I was like, because I questioned her about that. I was like, because that's a term or a saying that's thrown around, a little bit here and there, and she's like, I asked her about. I said, am I salt of the earth? She's like, no, you're not. I was like, already then.
I'll have to try to remember to quiz her up on that one.
I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I would think, though, she might say, like, Fred West is salt of the earth. And Fred West is more salt of the earth than myself, which I still don't know what it means. But I heard what you just said your definition is, but I don't know what her definition is.
Yeah, and I don't know where it comes from.
I think it's an old term, and it's an old phrase.
Yeah, but I think after we're done, I think I'll Google it just to find out.
Well,
or you can right now if you have the capability.
Actually, I do. Hey, I can't remember what the saying was. Talk amongst yourselves. The old Saturday Night Live, Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves. He would go do something. Salt of the, I have to watch my fingers, earth. Let's see what it says. It's coming up with, like, I guess evidently it's a movie. It's a movie. Meaning, there we go. A very good and honest person or group of people. These folks are salt of the earth. Karen said, I'm not good or honest. Damn it.
Well, I'm
gonna have a conversation with her when she gets home.
Well, I think we need to have a group conversation, because I'll take your back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, not to be weird about it, but in my notes, like, maybe it's on the back side of these. Let me see. Nope. Well, anyway, somewhere in this, man, I truthfully, Geoff, I don't know if I've ever told you this, and again, I don't want to be weird about it or anything, but man, I appreciate you and our friendship, because, like I said earlier, man, like we pretty much we're conversation. We may not talk every day, but like we communicate every day.
Yeah, no, likewise. I mean, my mother, who you met when you were here for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
She would say to me, "Oh, have you heard from Geoff lately?" And I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much every day."
Mm-hmm.
So, and honestly, like, I don't know if there's that many people that I'm in contact with as much as you.
Yeah, I would have to say, and I don't think it's a bad thing that I say this, but like I would say that, like, you and Scott, well, you and Scott Moody, and it's pretty much Scott and I text, but I know he's a busy guy, so I usually, and not that I wouldn't call him, but I usually, when he calls, like he called me right before this, and I always take his call, and he his young little female dog, he was hoping Karen would be here because the dog just went into heat, about 7 months old, and he had some questions about that. I told him what I know, but at the same time, more from Karen's perspective, she has more experience with the general dog population versus the female labs that I've had. But no, I would say probably, like you. I definitely text you more, but you and Scott Moody are like probably equal as far as like my daily conversation. And then old Surf Scoter, definitely during the season he guides too, so we're definitely in contact with each other. So like I would say Surf Scoter is probably a very close runner up to you guys. But anyway, I did want to say that I don't know if I've ever really said it. I definitely have not said it publicly, but that was in my notes. That I appreciate our friendship. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I do too.
Yeah. I do have on my notes October 22nd. So I did catch up. I left, and I understand how it is up there with the snow, and it's definitely the off season there. Left. Robbie did say, "Hey man, after the first year, catch up." And I called and left a message. But anyway, yesterday I did, and Karen was very happy. I did go ahead and gave him dates and secured everything we need to secure. And man, so like salt of the earth, right? So, and there's nothing wrong, right? Whoever the girl was last year, nice young girl. I told her, hey, I'm going to get chalet number, whatever, and these are the dates. And she asked me for a deposit. I was like, okay. So we were still uncertain about COVID, right? So I said, hey, but if I don't mind giving you a deposit, but like if we can't get there because of COVID, she's like, oh no, if COVID's an issue, you get your money back. So I talked to Robbie yesterday. I was like, told him the dates, told him, same chalet, please, on and on and on. He's like, no issues, man. Looking forward to you to be here. I was like, well, I'll give you a deposit. He's like, no, man, you're good. I was like, no, please. I would like, and I was actually walking over to get my wallet to give him the credit card. He said, Geoff, you're good. I can't do his accent, but he's like, Geoff, you're good. I was like, no, please let me give you a deposit. Nope, we're good. So anyway, that was. I thought that was pretty nice.
Oh yeah, Robbie's a great guy.
Yeah. So that was. We're very much looking forward to getting to Shaw's, seeing you and Judy. Hopefully, Fred West. I actually talked to him too yesterday. Yes, I did. Here we Duke bargain. Mary Beth they're gonna fly up, so they're looking to do the same thing. This year we're going to be there a little bit later. Robbie, when I told him that, Robbie was actually kind of excited. He said he thought it would be better. The gunning would be better for us.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully the weather's not as warm.
Yes,
as last year. We don't want to be dealing with mosquitoes.
100%. Hey, side note to that, I literally did clean the back of my truck out today, and you know what I found?
Yeah,
the
PEI dirt.
Well, there's plenty of PEI dirt. PEI dirt. There's PEI dirt in the cab of my truck. So wait a minute. Side note to all this: Prince Edward Island has. I explained it as brick red dirt. Yes. And
yeah, that's true.
I just remembered what I wanted to tell Fred West. Oh, okay, good. Thank you. Red dirt, right?
Yep.
But the egg crate cartons for the mosquito machine, the smoker.
You need some?
No, I pulled a bunch of them out of the truck today.
Oh, you found some. Oh, okay.
You can laugh at me. The mini pellet grill. It went back into storage yesterday morning. It's been in the truck it was in my truck for the whole entire season. So anyway, I managed. Yeah. Well, it just timing is such. Like Karen's nonstop with what she does, and we have like Friday and Saturday, or if I'm hunting on Saturday, we only have Sunday. So we just never got back there to do it. So yesterday it was on my list. I did get the grill back into storage. Excuse me, and then today I was like, man, I got to get the slider pulled out and get everything off of there and kind of refit. Man, the sun just went down. It actually just went cold. But refit the back of the truck, and I found a whole bunch of egg crate cartons.
Cool.
Would you like to explain to everybody what egg crate cartons do? Oh my goodness, Chicky! Geoff, just hold on. I really do have to take this.
Sure.
El Jefe. And Karen's texting me at the same time. This is my life, man.
That's why you need to get her.
I tell
on
Karen.
board.
I tell Karen that I don't know how my life got like this, and she says you do know.
Yeah, exactly.
He must have not really wanted to dial me, which, you know what, that truly hurts my feelings. I call him El Jefe, and he calls me El Jefe.
Okay.
So
that's like Ben and I calling one another bull.
there you go. So wait a minute. Oh man, I thought I can hear the buffalo head. I can hear them. They're out there like chirping. Segue. Are you going to be decoy carving any?
I'm hoping to. Kind of my plan right now, I think, is to try to carve a redhead and then get Duncan to make a mold.
Man, I'm all about that. That is, I won't go into details, but what you told me the other day, I did reach out and text, and like I never got. I tried calling, and then I tried texting, and I never got any response. But I did reach out to what you were telling me.
To
North Carolina. For sale. Turnkey business.
oh
Okay.
my
All right,
God.
let's just move on from that.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I told you the smooth black Scoter. That's, man, I had 4 of them, and stupidly I they were given to me, so I gave them to somebody else. I wish I had those back today. But yeah, man, that would be very. We need to keep me in touch. Keep me in touch. Keep me in tune with what's there, because that would be something. Again, like you said, like your suggestion in the future, that would be something possibly. It would really be a neat little, just a neat little another layer of something to do. So
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. Barrows. I have Barrows written down. So do I need to make a couple Barrows Goldeneye for the 2022 PEI trip?
I would say why not, and we give them a try, and if they're here, they're here. If they're not, they're not.
If they are there, you think they'll be halfway good looking?
They could be. I think it's like anything, Geoff. Really, just you get an old bird. I mean, we call them freckle faces, the ones that have the worst thing that you get if guys come up to shoot one. It would be a drake that has a couple of little flecks in the crescent on the face.
Just not 100% white.
Yeah.
Yep, copy.
Yeah. So I mean, they're still beautiful birds, just maybe not exactly what you were thinking of. So early November, there could be that going on.
Yep. I have been very fortunate to be in the state of Washington back in the day where we could shoot 7 Barrows Goldeneye. Currently, I think it's a 2-bird limit, but I got to tell you, man, like not that all drakes and there's a lot of hens that look spectacular, but if somebody said, "Hey Geoff, what's your favorite duck?" I only had a little window shooting them, but like I think I might say Barrows Goldeneye.
Well, you had told me that before.
Yep.
So, and I do. I really like them. I mean, I just wish. I don't know. I shot them here back when you could shoot 6 a day, and it went from 6 to 1.
Yep.
And I think that was just because they just didn't know much about them,
Yeah, and I mean, I have been very fortunate. I've shot king eider, I've shot harlequin. So I mean, not that I've shot every duck, but and honestly, man, Brant is like very high on my list of one of very near and dear to my heart of a bird that I would definitely want to go fun hunt on my. Forget about godding, that I would want to go fun hunt, but something that in the duck world. I mean, if you say, "Hey Geoff, what's your favorite duck?" As far as when I say favorite duck, I'm not talking about eating, taste. I'm not talking about regions. I'm just talking about flat out the sex appeal of that duck. I think it may be the Barrows Goldeneye.
Yeah, they're for something that looks white and black from a distance. They're pretty impressive if you get them in hand.
Agreed. Another. Again, trying to be better at doing this. I do have to update now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 20. I'd say there's about a good 45 to 50 buffalo here now.
Nice.
Well, and where they've kind of bunched up. But future trips, what is next on your list? of you. Obviously, you hunt pretty much, and that brings me into another segue of so your nicknames. Woody. Now, I truly thought Maverick was the nickname on the Drake Migration Nation. I thought Maverick was the nickname, but evidently everybody's calling you Cobra. But so I think I've named you Maverick. So Woody, Cobra, Maverick, and a new one that we learned this year would be Species.
Yes.
Yes, and I want to congratulate you on. And I'm all over the place. The Maverick are going crazy up the canal a little bit. What was the Drake that you wanted to target? You've been wanting to target it. You've actually traveled to Alaska to shoot this thing. And what did you end up shooting? Kind of, if I can say, in your backyard, what'd you shoot?
Eurasian widgeon.
Boom! Congratulations.
Thank you. I was pretty pumped.
Congratulations.
Especially since there was one that I was watching for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years in a certain spot, and
then some guy put a video up on social media.
Yeah, I got a message through Facebook that someone saying, "Oh yeah, my buddy shot this widgeon," and then I see the picture and I'm like, "Oh shit." Anyways, it turned out to be the bird that I had been watching, and then luckily I found one on December 29th, and shot it on the 30th. And our season ends the 31st, so it was
cutting it close.
Right down to the wire.
Yep. I'm going to bring this back to myself, spin it into myself. I did bring the decoy trailer back to Pintail Drive today. A sheet of teal is going to be cut out. I think the other thing I want to do is cut out widgeon. And when I cut out widgeon, I think I've never done one. I think I want to attempt to do a Eurasian Drake.
I think you should.
I think I'd like to try to do that and see.
I think you should.
It can't be all that difficult.
No, Eurasian's easier than a American widgeon for me. It was, anyways.
It's kind of what I was thinking. Like looking at the pictures and stuff, and like tertial feathers and stuff, and like I just think it would be easier. Man, there's 4 Drake mallards just on this hen, swimming. I guess that was what was going up the canal. Now they're swam past me and going to the east.
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of stuff going on there yesterday, wasn't there? In that
100%,
canal?
yeah. Well, it was just a pair though.
Okay.
Well, future trips. Let's get back to my notes. You going anywhere? What are your future plans?
Oh, I got a long bucket list. I would think my next trip actually would be down to Maryland again.
So my notes were made before I had the epiphany. Can you say a word for me? Say
Epiphany.
It. Epiphany. Did I say it?
Yeah.
Epiphany. I don't think I said it right. Epiphany. Can you use that in a sentence, please? It's country of origin.
I can use it in a sentence. Geoff had an epiphany about where we were going to go hunt some redheads.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Don't go much further than that. But yeah. So these notes were before that. But yes, man, I'm really cranked up about that. I've talked to Karen like pretty much every night. I've told her something like another little layer or another little layer of it of that. So yeah,
I have thought about it. I guess if I'm searching it on the internet, I'm thinking about it. But no, ever since we had that text conversation or that discussion, I can't remember which it was. No, I've been stoked.
Yeah, I think it could be fun. I'm so it's not going to be this season. You think you'll be? Would you say 24?
Yeah, I don't know.
January of 24.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I figure 23 is probably you're booked anyways, probably, right?
Not well. So here's the difference. Like, so I've said this. I say this often. I have said it often. Raha was barking. Karen might be home. So there is no more special SeaDuck season. So my SeaDuck season is going to be during our 60-day, whatever. Doesn't have to be 60 days. 30, 45, 60-day duck season. 60 days is a week in October. 2 weeks in November, mid-December to the end of January. So, the end of January, because it recently during the last 6 years, I have not had SeaDucks. Like those dates are still open. So everything else, like October's full, November's full, December's full, and into January, like the regular SeaDuck, like the special SeaDuck season was. But those late dates, for whatever reason, maybe it's just coincidence or whatever. But yeah, but what I would, not that you're not welcome this year, but I would like at least to have another season so that the PBHQ can be in full service, so that it'll be more complete, more finished, more of the experience, more of as advertised. Not that it's advertised. We didn't advertise anything yet because it's not there. 100% it's not. I mean, I've advertised it's there, but not what it truly is. So, yeah, if it was instead of January 23, January 24, that would give us more, just more time to get everything more complete. And especially if Judy came down, I think I told Karen that last night. She would enjoy that too. So.
Yeah, I would think Judy would be retired by then, and even if she wasn't, I think she would want to come down, just to hang out.
Yeah. So awesome. That's the only future trip in your current plans.
That's the one that's closest in my sights, I guess.
All right, I'm going to keep jumping ahead because I know Karen's close. This is the last thing on my note. What's the current COVID situation in Canada? I've kind of got like mixed. I don't, no, I'm not going to go into that. Tell me what is. I've gotten like very mixed messages. What's going
on? From my point of view, it's let's put it like this: PEI has had something around 9,000 cases. And 95% of those had come in the last 2 months.
Oh, wow.
So we were, I think before that, we barely had any hospitalizations. There was no deaths. And I don't know how many deaths we're up to now, like maybe a dozen. But it just went south. Everything was going good. And then it just went all to shit with this, what's it called? Omicron or Omicron.
That's above my pay grade, man.
Yeah, well, it's getting better though. I mean, just the way I feel that they're taking the approach of we're just going to have to open things up and learn to live with it.
Well, and that's what I thought. Like something recently about Saskatchewan. Well, you told me it was Saskatchewan because I didn't know it was Saskatchewan, and I said, "Hey, man, like they're like saying, hey, we don't need proof of vaccination, nothing. We're just going to move on." And I thought I was watching something of all of Canada. And you're like, no, that was Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I didn't even really watch. I just looked at and I had heard Saskatchewan was opening up. I don't know if you can hear that cat, but she's driving me nuts.
I can hear that. I wasn't going to comment on it because I wasn't.
No, well, that's fine. She just Judy's out at her daughter's, so. The cat's here yanging at me to get some treats. But yeah, I think, as of the 17th, so that's next Thursday, I think it is, we're starting to open up restrictions here.
Good.
I think I was telling you, Riley McHugh was coming up there over.
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear that. That could be mix going in my drink.
As long as it's not a shot glass, I can hear where you're measuring your rum.
No, honest to God, I free poured that one, and I kid you not.
All right, just go 1, 2, 3. You don't need to pour it in a glass.
Glug, glug, glug. I've seen that go on before.
Well, I mean, Crown gets poured to the top of the ice, whether that's a 3 count or a 5 count.
It depends on the size of the glass, I guess, maybe.
Well, truthfully, and I'm not really good at counting anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't count. I just, when it's there, when it's to the top.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're starting to open things up. Oh, like I was saying, Riley McHugh and the boys are over in Newfoundland.
Yes.
Hunting eiders, and he was going to come here to take pictures of barrows on his way there, but couldn't because there's a 4-day. Anybody traveling into the province has to self-isolate for 4 days.
Did we have to do that?
No. When you guys came, we were in that that good period of time where we didn't have to wear masks or anything else.
That's what I thought. I mean, we got tested when we came across the bridge. Oh, evidently Karen's home because I see Rye running up 3 houses up in the backyards. I amused myself, but I did see a black dog streaking up the yards. We had to get tested when we came across, and if we weren't the rapid test, we weren't positive. Then because we were there for 2 weeks, like within day 4 to day 8, we had to get retested. So I was confused when you said that he couldn't get on.
Yeah, no. When they had the Omicron outbreak, they reintroduced.
What is this Omicron? That sounds like it's a video game or something.
That's what I thought, or some kind of transformer in the movies or something. But it's just been a bad variant.
Copy that.
So, yeah, they had it that anyone coming to the province had to self-isolate for 4 days, and Riley was going to come here one day, spend the night, maybe 2 nights, I guess, and then keep on trucking. And they turned him around. They sent him his PEI pass, and then he said that I got my pass. They tell me I don't have to self-isolate. And then the next day he texts me and says I get turned around at the checkpoint and maybe hook up with you on my way home. So
copy. By
then, he will be able to come. So it'll just be whether he has time or not.
So selfishly, what I was really asking you is, like, what do you foresee for us in October? It's way too far away, I know, but you think it'll be good?
Yeah, I can't imagine it being an issue, Geoff. I mean, mind you, like as we both know, when this thing broke out, I figured you'd be there that fall.
Truthfully, we did too. Karen, I mean, man, she was like not daily, but like weekly. Like she was on the countdown to PEI, and like kind of it ebbed and flowed.
Yeah, but and I mean, I guess foolishly, I mean, just not knowing what we were dealing with, I figured no, there'd be no problem. You'll be here. But no, I can't imagine. It just seems that they're taking the stand that like we can't just shut this place down forever, and we have to learn to live with it and treat it like a flu.
Adapt and evolve.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah. So no, I don't. I've got no fears unless some other bullshit breaks out that keeps you from getting here. I can't imagine you won't be here in the fall of 22.
Well, I just told Robbie we were going to be there.
There you go. It's all said and done. Worst case scenario, get his son to fly down and fly you back up.
There you go. Yeah, man. So it is going to be a different twist because I'm when I get there this time. Well, the very first time in December, I had hunted, right? But that was trip number 1. Trip 2, 3, and 4. My season had not started here yet, so I am going to have 6 days, not Sunday, but Saturday to a Saturday, under the belt of SeaDucks before I get there. And then as soon as we come home and get back into, basically go right into the Eastern Waterfowl Festival in November. So.
And is that during one of the splits?
Yes, that's how we're getting there.
Okay, that's good.
And hopefully, I told Karen it'll be something in between. I would really like to get there like we did trip number 3, where we did it in one driving, and we did stop air the dogs, but basically we just drove. We stopped in 8 too. Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. We didn't stop. We did not stop at Bob's Clam Hunt because of timing, but drove to get there, and then last year we did have to take a little stop for sleep. We slept like 3 hours or so, but and we were just so worried about just getting in New Brunswick with COVID and all the things we would do, and unless you tell me differently, we're not bringing any. I learned my lesson. Canada.
I know where you're going here.
Thank you for educating me. I will not be bringing, except for maybe some Pitboss brown beer, I will not be bringing any alcohol in my truck to Canada.
Yeah, not worth your while.
Now, Karen says I shouldn't really go into further detail, but I thought, you know what? Hey, it's just payback. I've been going to Canada since 1996, so in 2021 was just payback for the years prior. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah, that happens.
I do remember the time. I don't know if it was to you or the first time to New Brunswick, where they were like, "Don't bring this many hats into Canada again."
That was when you came here.
Okay, I had like those boxes, like in the old dog topper.
Yeah.
I just had boxes of them in there because like I just kind of they were like in storage kind of thing. And I just didn't really think much of it, and they're like, "What are you doing with all these hats?" I'm like, "Oh, just give them out to people. That's who I am." Blah blah blah. And they're like, "Yeah, okay. The next time you come back, don't bring this many hats."
Yeah. Well, I think I told you, take up a bunch of hats and shirts and stuff because
I wasn't going to.
You were coming out to the sort of meet and greet at Danny's.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell them that though.
Oh God, no. No, they don't need to know that.
All right, Geoff. Good. What?
I say there's a lot of things they don't need to know.
100%. We are an hour and 12 minutes into this. So this is probably more than what you signed up for because you thought I was just going to test this new recording system out.
Yeah, so it was all more than I signed up for.
Which I have to tell you, man, I have a really big smile on my face because this has actually finally worked out. This is, I don't know, over a good week and a half. I've really been trying to work this thing out. I love technology, and I think I'm not that I'm that smart, but I think I can figure stuff out. But like this took me a little bit to figure out. So
yeah, there was some trial and error, I know, through being part of it.
100%. I'm surprised Karen hasn't walked out here yet, but she hasn't. I do have the slider door open. The thermometer on, it's not that accurate, or it's not that sophisticated of a thermometer. It says it's about 49 degrees. So, and the sun is gone. So, Geoff Wood, how can someone contact you if they want to shoot a Bears Goldeneye? Do they have to go through me?
Nope. They can find me on Facebook. It's Geoff, not Jeff.
We call you Geoff. Not disrespectful. We call you Geoff.
Well, see, that could be another nickname.
There you go. Well, that's we call you Geoff all the time.
Or email me Woody WOODIE _4 @hotmail.com.
Say that again, please.
Woody WOODIE _4 @hotmail.com.
_4.
_4.
The number 4, not spelled out 4, right?
Yes, sorry, the number 4. Yeah.
I'm just making it simplistic.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, as I say, I don't advertise. I just
you just do.
I've had guys come up. I don't know. I've had different guys come up from different parts of the states, and everybody's got their birds and seem to be happy, and most seem to want to come back. So.
And at the very least, the island is just a beautiful place. If Karen would step in here and say anything, like it's a great destination, period. Yeah,
thanks. I mean, I think so.
I think so too.
Born and raised here, but I can see how much you and Karen enjoy it. So, I don't know. I don't see what there's not to like about the island, personally.
Well, okay, you bring that up. Can I tell you what I don't like about the island?
Sure.
At 4:30 in the morning, driving down the roads, being scared of deer jumping out in front of me. That's what I don't like. Because of the heavy population that you have.
Oh, it's crazy.
Go ahead and tell them.
There are no deer on PEI.
Fred West
but everybody that comes here from away.
From away, there you go. That's the word, from away.
They're all looking for them.
We do. Matter of fact, as soon as I go across the bridge, and I get scared. I'm going to hit a freaking moose.
Well, I was going to say,
leaving.
Going home, you should be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. For 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I've been driving around not worrying about anything jumping out in front of me except maybe a little pack of raccoons kind of thing. That one stretch of the morning, man, I think it was it couldn't have been the same ones, but in that same area, we saw the same damn raccoons come across the road.
Yeah, we must have been near a cornfield.
Or Paulie's.
Yes, one of the two. Well, there was a cornfield behind Polly's, so
Okay.
they could have been into the sour mash at Polly's and heading for the corn.
The Gretzky 99.
Smooth.
I still have a bottle of that. If anybody would like that, I would be happy to let them experience the Gretzky 99.
What do they have to trade for it? Should burn.
I don't know. Geoff Wood, thank you very much. An hour and 15 minutes, and I know this was just like I kind of pulled you into this, but I tried it the other day, so I think you kind of knew I was going to do this, but
well, yeah, I had a feeling you might, but I wasn't sure.
Well, I hope I haven't burnt an hour and 15 minutes of your time. Well, I have, but I mean, I hope it wasn't like you had really something to do.
No, I had nothing to do.
Except pour some rum, which evidently you have to measure out.
No, not anymore. No. I've been cured. I've seen the light. It's all free pour from now on.
That's the way I live. I'm too old to live in parameters. Here's a quick little. I probably shouldn't say this. Here's a quick little story. In the morning when there's no traffic lights mean nothing to me. How about this? I treat traffic lights as a stop sign.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah, there's one at the casino where that damn thing at 3:45, 3:50, 4 o'clock in the morning, that thing will turn red. There's not a car. There's not headlights in sight. Forget about seeing a car. You can't see headlights. That thing's going to flip, and I'm going to sit there for 3 minutes. No, I'm not going to sit there for 3 minutes.
No, I'm the same. And I almost got caught. I went flying through I think that was in the morning, but I went flying through a light. I'm doing like 120. Now we're talking kilometers,
Woo!
not miles. In a 70 or something, and I turn and look to my right, and here's the cop sitting in a parking lot. Thankfully, buddy had his head down and writing up a ticket or something. But I think I might have been late for that hunt had he had his head up.
Geoff, tell Judy we say hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking it an hour and 18 minutes to sit here, and I assume you're sitting, but at the very least, drinking some rum for an hour and 18 minutes.
Always a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
Can't wait to get back up there, man. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we look forward to October and seeing you and Karen.
100%. Podcast 30 is done. Geoff, thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Be safe.
It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Cause baby, I feel real good and I wish I would. Watch out now. It's gotta be against the law to look this damn good. Watch out now. Everybody watch out. Watch out now. I'm ready for a good time and I can't